real thing anyone wants to talk about, or at least the real thing I want to talk about. Hi guys, I'm an idiot. I am so annoyed right now because I thought today was going to be the day where finally I get my life together. I get it all together. I thought, well, and I did. I mean, you can see I decorated for Christmas. Things are looking great in here. I actually have a little display over there because I'm having some people over tonight. I am getting to work with Wayfair on this video, which I am so excited about. We'll get to that in a second, but if you are hosting any parties this holiday season, you need a few extra items, you want them to be on sale, I've got you covered. But back to the problem. I'll just show you the problem. So this is the tree that we put up this weekend. I don't even know if you can tell. Meanwhile, Asher's just having the time of his life. I need to be more like him. We put the tree on wrong. Like this middle section that you can see that is like extending an extra foot should be on the bottom. This bottom section should be on the middle. It's just a disaster. And like, we already put the lights up. I already put about half of the ornaments up. Do I retreat? Do I redo all of this? And by the way, when I say do I mean Zach. Zach and I, mostly Zach though. We need the height involved. I'm really thinking like we need to do it the right way. He is going to be he's going to be devastated when he finds out because it's not a small task. Like this tree is pretty big and I just feel like I hear voices in my head saying, if you're going to do something, you better do it the right way. But the one thing I did nail, my dessert table, my little hosting area, I kind of feel like I knocked this one out of the park, if I do say so myself. I am so obsessed. Everything you are looking at here is from Wayfair. They're currently having their big Cyber Week sale where everything is up to 70% off, and they have super fast shipping. So if you are still planning on hosting this holiday season, even into next year, like this is the time to buy the items because they're not going to be on sale forever. The one that I am like so over the moon about that has seriously been life-changing for me, like as an amateur baker, you guys know, especially during my pregnancy, I was baking like 4 or 5 times a week. I don't necessarily enjoy it though. I just like the end result. Now I enjoy it, and it's all because of this thing. This is the Cuisinart stand mixer. I've always heard all about it. People rave about it, but I just didn't get the hype. Not to mention, like I always knew I would want to buy it when it's on sale. Guys, it has been just, oh my, like it takes your baking game to the next level. I cannot believe how easy it is, how quick the process goes, and just how much fun it is. Like you literally have to do no work when you are baking, which is just like a crazy concept for me. And I'm all for lessening the load these days. And by the way, I'll have a QR code on the screen for this mixer and every other thing I mentioned. I have been just baking up a storm with this thing, and I'm so excited. I also saw on their website this cake stand with a glass dome. This is where I've been storing all of my desserts lately, and I love it because before that I was just putting them in like a plastic container, not so cute. Now like this is a whole decoration when I bake. So this is an awesome thing just to have in your kitchen. I also picked up this really cute table runner for the holidays, a fun arrangement. I also loved this 3-tiered dessert stand where you can really kind of just create like the display of your dreams. As you can see, we've got some cookies. I have like a hot cocoa bar set up on the middle row that I thought could be fun, more desserts, and it's really nice that it doesn't take up a lot of space in your kitchen. And I'm obviously not like some sort of professional dessert setter-upper, but I feel like with this, it just makes it look so nice. This I'm also so excited about. I decided to pick up Christmas dishes. I feel like these are things that I'm going to have for decades to come, and I just think it's so special to break these out every single year on Christmas or around the holidays. And the last purchase I made for the Cyber Week sale are Christmas stockings that I am in love with. I decided to go the custom route, which is so easy. You literally just pop in the names and they make them for you. I love the font, love the material. So if you're looking for Christmas stockings for you and the whole fam, these are amazing. I'm gonna have the links to everything I mentioned below. The Cyber Week sale, I believe, ends on Sunday, and everything is up to 70% off. I'm telling you guys, take advantage. Now is the time. Every time like January and February and March hits, and I wanna buy things and I'm like, wait, they're not on sale, I always regret not getting, like, for example, like the kitchen stand mixer. I cannot believe it has taken me this long. I just didn't know. And also, one other thing, I was worried. I was like, oh, I don't have to wash a bunch of parts. What parts? Like, it's literally, let me show you. It's just this bowl that you're washing that you would have washed anyway, and then whichever attachment you use. They have 3 attachments. This is the one I use, which is pretty standard for if you're baking like cookies, cookie bars, that kind of thing. They also have a whisk attachment, and then this attachment is perfect for breads. I know it's really hard mixing the dough for that, but this really helps with that. Not to mention, even with this thing, like, I've never gotten my dough to be that consistency when I'm just mixing with a spoon. It is amazing. Okay, I'm sorry, I'll shut up about the mixer. I actually, funny story, ran into one of my subscribers, shout out Holly, at Kroger today. Somehow, some way, I was telling her about the mixer. I think, I was shopping for the ingredients for the thing. How did it come up? I've just been screaming it from my rooftops, like how much I love that thing. But anyway, I will have all of those links below if you guys are interested. All right, Ray's the first to arrive. Aunt Ray, a former coworker of mine. Ray, what was your first impression when you met me on that fateful day when we were paired together? She was a photographer at the station.
Ooh, I was like, Clancy's so outgoing. I was like, I kind of thought you'd be like, bitch, because you were online, but once I got to know you, I was like, I get the hype. Like, she's actually cool in person.
Wow, that's actually so sweet.
No, for real, I'm not kidding. I was like, I don't know, I was like, she might have a big head or something, but you were like, this is so nice working with you, like, thank you for working so hard. And I was like, you're welcome. There's a few of y'all I kind of miss working with / wish I had worked with more, and I remember after that day, I was like, dang, I kind of wish I got to work with Clancy a bit more, but you were really chained down by the mornings.
Oh my, guys, I did not turn on this camera thinking Ray was gonna hype me up like that, but like I kind of needed it a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Especially, I showed Ray, like this just actually, Ray, sums up what life has been like these days. Just like, it's just not been,
It's a little topsy-turvy, but throw some decorations on it and you know, make it what it is.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Work with what I got.
Don't show my car with all the...
This is embarrassing.
I like to be hydrated.
Hi guys, today is a very exciting day. Zach, tell them.
It's not that exciting. Maplewood and Sleepy Bee, why do you close at 3 o'clock?
Zach is having a lot of issues right now with picking. By the way, I feel like people probably think in this relationship I'm the diva. They probably think I'm the diva.
Oh my god.
Who is picky.
You are.
Zach, I'm not. Okay, I wish we would have had like a secret camera on our conversation trying to figure out where to get lunch today. Zach keeps naming all these options and I keep saying, yeah, that works. And then he's like, no, not that. And then you were the diva basically.
It's not. No, I'm trying to figure out what kind of food that we can eat that's going to be healthy and that you're excited about. And when I say one and you don't seem excited, I just ask why.
No,
like,
Zach.
What don't you like about it? But that's what's happening.
What do you want me to do? Be like, oh my gosh, like that would hit the spot.
I'm just saying, some you are jazzed up about and some you're not.
Zach, I have said like, yep, to every single one. Like, come on.
Yeah, me trying to find a place that we both want to eat. That's, being a super diva. Write it down.
You know what's so funny? We're parents and this is still our biggest problem in our relationship. Like, all these new changes, this is still number one.
Yeah, where to eat dinner is our number one problem.
It's not even dinner, it's lunch. Our lives have changed. Our big, and this is why it's a big deal, an exciting day. This is our first time out without Decker. Both my mom and Zach's mom are at our house watching him. He is in good hands.
We left him home alone.
What?
You should have said we left him home alone.
Yeah, he's fine now. Asher's watching him. No, they were kind enough to be like, you guys can go out, big afternoon out. So we decided, except it's so fun. Like, I have to pump by 4 p.m. So life is just obviously very different these days, but it's our first time. We're rekindling the spark. Holding hands.
It's sizzling more than ever.
Oh my gosh, Zach, the last time we were driving on this road, what were we doing?
We've not drove on this road since going to the hospital.
I don't think so, right? Like, I don't leave the house anymore, so I don't really think so. The only place we've gone together in the past 2 months is Decker's doctor appointment that one day. That's it. So yeah, the last time, oh my gosh, that car ride was, I don't even think we spoke because they woke us up in the middle of the night to say, come in for an induction. I'm so tired. I had been sleeping for a couple of hours. Zach had literally just shut his eyes and they called that night. It was 12:18 a.m. And so we're just driving in to like doom, like not knowing what the heck's about to happen, and I don't really think we were conversing.
I mean, you probably fell asleep.
I didn't sleep, trust me, I was wired.
No, this is nice that we can go out on a mini date here.
Are you like excited to reconnect?
What do you want to connect on?
I don't know, do you have topics and stuff?
No.
Also, the real thing anyone wants to talk about, or at least the real thing I want to talk about, on Decker's announcement photo that Zach put up, he bought likes. He like really wanted it to like just have like a big bang, like this is my son. And if you look at that photo, I think it now has over 12,000 likes. Zach just couldn't resist himself.
You go on to buymylikes.com. You can buy 10,000 likes for $7.99.
Okay, for real though, weirdest thing ever. All of a sudden I'm just chilling at home. It's like a couple weeks after like Zach would have put that photo up. I'm like, oh, let me see like the photo Zach put up of Decker on Instagram. They were so cute. Go to the thing. I mean, obviously Zach's not like, you know, an influencer. He only has a few thousand followers on there. And it had over 10,000 likes. And I'm like, Zach, why does your photo have over 10,000 likes of Decker? And Zach says he has no idea.
So, I mean, I put the post up, and like most of it, which is if it includes Clancy or a baby or family or whatever, it can get like 1,000 to 2,000 likes just for my normal followers and you guys that follow me because of Clancy. And that happened, and it basically, and then that obviously it's like Instagram, it just dies off after 24 hours. And then like out of nowhere, it was like 100, 200, like just this, it was annoying just because whenever I'd go to Instagram, I'd just see it pop up. I don't have notifications. I was like, why is this happening? So then I started clicking on the profiles, and yeah, they're not real people. So it's, I mean, you can just tell. So yeah, no, the bot farms are after me.
That's so weird though. Like people normally pay for that, and Zach just got it for free. So
You don't know that.
what do you mean? You think?
Don't check my credit card.
All right, Zach has made his decision. Are you happy with where you finally chose to eat?
I am.
All right, we're starting off with the Brussels sprout salad. This is a staple at E&O. Describe it, Zach. Everyone gets it who comes.
It's Brussels sprouts and shrimp.
And?
Salad.
Well, I was prepared to show how pretty the food was, but Zach couldn't help himself. Nothing has changed. I got a chicken bowl, which is always really nice. And Zach, the significance of this place, except it was a different location.
I mean, it's like our main date spot, like when we were like doing our anniversaries, when we were still young and in love.
And now?
We're old and holding on.
What?
Holding on to our love.
Any
Is that a good thing?
Yeah. Yikes. I cannot decide for the life of me if I prefer a middle or side part on myself. Like sometimes I see the middle, I'm like, yes, I like it, symmetrical. I feel like it secretly is just like so great for like my inner OCD tendencies. But I don't know, side then every once in a while I switch to, and side is what my hair like naturally goes to and wants to be, just because for so many years I was doing side part before people suddenly magically decided the middle part was in. And so my hair naturally does this, but who knows what looks better. Let me know if you have a strong feeling or opinion one way or the other. But it was so nice to get out with Zach. Honestly, it's one of those things where it's almost like forbidden fruit. Like if you can't eat the fruit, I mean, this is the weirdest analogy ever, but let's just go with it. If you can't eat the fruit, suddenly it tastes so much better. So same thing, like obviously in our former life, we could go out, I don't know, any day of the week, honestly. We had no responsibilities. Obviously we have Asher, but we could leave him at home to go out to dinner. Whereas now, not being able to do it just at the drop of a hat, like makes it so much more enjoyable and so much more special. Good morning, guys. I am currently very happy, but also very sad and worried at the same time because I'm an idiot. Well, first of all, let's start with the good news. Decker slept 7 hours straight. Like, what? He has never done that before, obviously. I guess it's not obvious, but no, he's never done that before. And that's incredible. Like, go Decker, good for you. The bad news is, even when he does a longer stretch of sleep, I normally wake up to pump. And this is something I didn't even realize before I started my breastfeeding journey. But in order to maintain my supply and in order to, just not be in pain and to like relieve myself, I have to pump throughout the night. I wake up every 2 to 3 hours. Oftentimes it's like every 2 hours. Like I feel like full. And I pump. Like, it's like a relief to pump, right? It is currently 5:45 in the morning. Well, and I woke up, I guess we woke up at like 5 a.m. I didn't pump. I woke up to Decker, stirring, like wanting to wake up and drink. I never know what to say. Is it drink or eat? And I am covered in milk because I ended up leaking, and I am in so much pain because I never like relieved myself throughout the night, right? I grab him and I'm like, go, please. Like, I'm like rooting for him. I'm like, please, like, breastfeed, like, help me out. And then I just pumped the rest. I will tell you guys, this is not normal for me to pump this much, because normally I pump, like, just not a lot. I'm not an oversupplier. I pump per feeding. Last night, for instance, and I don't pump a lot at night. Like, I don't produce a lot of milk at night. I pumped 2.5 ounces. It was pretty depressing because I was trying to make him a full bottle and it did not work. But this is not normal. I'm really worried because one of the big things about waiting, like in between sessions, and why you shouldn't, you can develop a clogged duct, which I've already dealt with, and it's so painful. You can develop mastitis, which is an infection. I'm really nervous, and ultimately your supply can lessen, I believe, which is obviously another fear. So I'm like glad I got the sleep, low key, but also I'd rather just like not. I'd rather just have everything, be normal. And it's times like this where I ask myself, like, is this really what I want to be doing? Like, I seriously ask myself, like, every other day, like, do I want to continue breastfeeding? This is insane. For now, it's fine. We got this. It's fine. It just stinks that if we were formula feeding right now, I would be rejoicing that he slept through the night. But instead, this is somehow a bad thing. Ow. I'm scared. My body is not happy with what I just did. But my mind and my soul, by the way, are, because I really needed that sleep. Good morning. Like, actually, good morning. I am up for the day. It is 7:30. And, like, I'm getting, like, glimpses of hope, because this is not going to happen, like, tomorrow or the day after. Like, with babies, it's just, like, so up and down. But I'm getting glimpses of hope because right now Decker is still sleeping. And I've been able to get up and knock out some work today. And I feel like the biggest thing with motherhood, it's like, do you want to sleep or do you want to be productive? And I would just rather be productive at this point. So, like, the fact that he is asleep right now and I am getting work done is insane. Like, what the heck? And, like, I'm just so excited for, like, when maybe, like, this can actually be a thing eventually. When we, like, just get more into the swing of things, possibly. But I want to show you guys. Okay, so when I upload videos, YouTube automatically puts ads in. Like, I'm sure you've gotten hit with a mid-video ad, right? Sometimes I forget to do this. I have to go in and delete like 3/4 of the ads YouTube puts in. Are you ready for this? You click view placement. What in the world? Like, this is what it would be if I didn't manually go in there. And like, even where I saw, why are there 2 ads at 10:58? Does that mean that 10 minutes, 58 seconds in, you'd be hit with an ad, you'd watch it, and then you'd be hit with another ad? Like, what? So needless to say, obviously I go in there and delete these, but like, if you are ever hit with a million ads in one of my YouTube videos, like, seriously, just comment and be like, Clancy, what the heck? Odds are I just forgot to delete them all. And by the way, me deleting, like, I put in some, but not this many. Today I am determined to redeem myself, but I also do know and accept that redemption might not be in the cards. I have no idea what to expect. I'm so nervous. So, little recap, if you've been following along the journey, you know that last week I went to my Cincinnati postpartum circle group thing. It's awesome. Like, it's an awesome resource if you're in the Cincinnati area, where they have them all over Cincinnati, like north, south, east, west. And it's you and like a circle of like 8 or 9 other moms in like the same phase of life who just had their babies, and you chat and share stories and all of that. It's great, but it just was such a bad day last week. It was our first time, just me and Deck, going somewhere other than the doctor. And I backed into a parked car. What else did I do that day? I feel like other bad things happened. It was a very stressful day. I was really stressed out about getting Decker there. He was crying. We had to pull over. I gave him milk. Like, it just was a day where tears were shed. Sadness was had. I reflected at the end of that day that I actually was the problem. I was so anxious and so stressed about the what ifs. Will Decker be okay? Will he cry? Like, that I actually, like, I set myself up for disaster. I was so preoccupied. I backed into the car. Like, it was all my fault. And so today, even though I'm admittedly feeling very anxious. Last week, I literally thought I was gonna have a heart attack, by the way. Like, as we were driving, like, I was like, I'm gonna have a heart attack. I'm so anxious, which is not healthy, not good. Today, despite the fact that I'm feeling anxious right now, I am willing myself to just, it's fine. It is fine. What is going to happen is going to happen. But what I learned from last week, we're not gonna let doom and gloom happen because of me. Okay? I was the problem. Decker was perfect. And this week, I'm not doing it. Like, that was just absolutely ridiculous. So, my mom is downstairs. Oh my gosh, I thought I wasn't even filming right now. I was about to say, are you kidding me? My mom is downstairs. She's helping me get out the door this morning. Well, it's 11:11, but I mean, this is how crazy it is. The group starts at 1. I'm literally like, you have to just get ready so much earlier with a baby, but also I need to make sure like our feeding schedules are okay, where I need a pump right before I leave. Decker needs a bottle. It's just a lot of moving parts. You can probably tell. I'm anxious. Say it with me. How many times am I going to say it? It's so funny. Like, I couldn't be showing up to a group that is more accepting of a crying baby or things not going right. And yet I'm like, we have to show up perfect. I think one thing with motherhood, like, I really, really, really need to throw my perfectionism out the door. It's impossible. You cannot do it. There's no room for perfect with motherhood, and also control. Like, I'm a very controlling, not in a bad way. I sound like a dictator, but like, I just like being in control. I like everything to look a certain way and be a certain way. And Decker has come into my life to teach me that you just can't control everything, and that's a good thing. So try to find the positives. I'm just like so anxious, but it's good that I'm doing this. Like, I'm glad I'm forcing myself to do this because I need it. I have my hand in the way because we want to do a big reveal of my mom's hair. Mom, tell them like what your vision was as the hand is still here.
Well, for my vision, I still have the phones. I still have the pictures in my phone.
Oh,
so
God.
You'll see how much the vision differs from what I actually have. And it was actually much worse 2 days ago, I think. So hopefully it improves.
Whoa, first of all,
I'm a clown.
Okay, no, Mom. First of all, I've told you how many times that I like it.
You're just saying that.
I'm not. Like, at first it was a little shocking. Because we should have got, did you get any photos of what it was like 2 days ago?
No.
It was, I mean, you tell them you did a whole mask of hair dye remover.
Right. So, and then I went to Sephora and I asked them what would help to strip my hair a bit. And you're supposed to use it once a week. And I washed it and dried it 3 times that day.
Wow.
But then you know how much damage, and I have frizzy hair as it is.
Your hair does not look frizzy at all.
I bought a hair mask that you're supposed to use like that much, and I used half a bottle.
No wonder it doesn't then, wow.
And I'll just have to, it's expensive too.
It's
also, well, actually, I have it tied up because nanny duties, but the top is the reddest part. I don't know why it didn't come out even. So this might have a bit of brown in it. I'm a clown.
The big question is, what were you like in the salon for the big reveal?
Oh, she goes, you're going to love this when you see it.
She said that?
Oh, she kept saying it, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I was just like, wow. You know, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You know, I still gave the 25% tip. And when you said to go back and get it corrected, there is no way my head could go back in that sink again because it was in the sink for 45 minutes.
Wow.
So that's really uncomfortable.
I personally like it, so.
Yeah.
I like it now that you stripped it a little bit.
I didn't tell Dad. Guaranteed he doesn't even notice.
He's not going to notice.
I
Don't
know,
even
it's so
think
weird.
he will.
It's so weird, yeah.
No, but I really think it looks good, and I think you almost remind me, I'm pretty sure it's like this villain. It's this villain. What is the show I'm thinking?
I thought you were going to say like the nicest mom.
Pokemon. I'm pretty sure there's a villain with red hair.
I was thinking the Joker.
The big question though, Mom, is what's your big advice for today? Because I had filled the vlog in on how last week when I tried to go to this thing, it was not a good time in this world.
He was good at the thing though, right?
I hit a car.
Oh, that's right. You were so stressed. Well, that was your first big time out with him going anywhere, and I think you were very, very stressed. And I told you, like, it's understood if you're 2 minutes late because they're all in the same position with their newborns. It's very hard.
Yeah.
Where I used to have to make a train and drop you guys off, and you know, you're all set, you have something, someone spits up, the other one poops, and this one's crying, and it just happens. If he cries, he cries.
Yeah.
Try not to smash into anything
Oh
again.
my gosh. I mean, thank God it was a parked car, obviously.
Yeah.
Looking on the bright side of things.
I'd still love to know what that's going to end up costing, because it was just a scratch.
Well, I got a text saying that I don't have any I don't have to pay anything, but obviously my insurance will go up.
But I'd love to know what they're getting for it.
But the big thing is I just paid my thing in full a day before it happened. So it'll go up not now.
Right.
So that was good timing for me. Shout out to Zach for getting me my diaper bag for my birthday this year, which is like the perfect size. There's really not a ton. Like you just need your diapers, your wipes, a little I have like a little swaddle thing if he needs to be changed, burp cloth, pacifiers, even though he's really not a pacifier guy. Which, by the way, I feel like I was lied to. I've always thought you stick a pacifier in a baby's mouth and like they love it, but was I a pacifier person, Mom?
Yes, you used to call it your Mickey and Minnie.
Oh my gosh. Well, he's not a pacifier guy. He's just a milk guy because I think he gets excited thinking there's going to be milk coming out of it, and there's not. Guys, I am currently experiencing my redemption arc, and it feels so good. We'll talk when I get home. It is days later. I'm currently nursing Decker, by the way. If you hear any noises, he makes some noises when he eats. But last clip, I'm like, we'll talk when I get home, and then life happened. But we had a great day, a great afternoon. And like the thing that like I always like just try to remember, it doesn't mean like, and this is just in life, like it's not like, oh, I had one great afternoon, that means we're clear from here on out, Decker's never gonna cry when we leave the house. Like that's not the case, but it was just so cool to see like we can do it, like we can leave the house. I don't know why I have like this fear of him crying. That's weird. Like I literally spend my life like trying to like rush to him right away so he doesn't cry even for a second. And I just need to remember like babies cry and it's going to be okay. And he's going to stop crying. Like I don't know why. I just feel like the worst mom in the world the second I hear his cry. Like it's just the worst sound ever. Like it's something that like I've really been struggling with. I don't know. Do any of you guys ever feel that way? Like where you're just hearing your baby cry, like you just can't do it. Like just seeing him sad, and like honestly, he started to like produce tears because I feel like when he was really, really little, it was just noise. But sometimes he cries and like there are tears involved. It just really, really, really breaks my heart. And I'm honestly like also talking about my experience today, like where, you know, when it's just me, Decker, and Asher, and like both Decker and Asher need me at the same time, like Asher's ringing the bell, he needs to go out, and like I can only ignore it for so long. Like Asher needs to go out, so like I have to put Decker down, and then Decker starts crying, and I just feel like the worst human in the world, and I need to be okay with that. But I feel like all in all, like I'm getting glimmers of hope, and like I'm starting to get the hang of this thing, which feels good. Like it feels really good, and I just think it's just one of those things where you just gotta like keep doing it. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, wait, I can do this. And that's kind of where I am at. But also, I'm at the same stage where it's like, and then tomorrow comes and I'm like, oh, wait, maybe I can't. And I'm referring to today. Today was kind of a rough one, just with a lot of cluster feeding. I've tried to introduce a pacifier. The only problem with the pacifier is like he can't hold it in his mouth. I don't know why. I need to be there holding it in his mouth for him. So, yeah. At that point, I'm like, you might as well just be nursing, because I think he's using nursing as a pacifier. We have literally just been nursing all day, it feels like. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as Decker enjoys his milk. I am once again going to have the links below to the Wayfair items, and I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Bye.